Alright, so I can't swear for 2 minutes, so I will be waiting till then. Uh, I can't move that. So welcome back to everyone's favorite tier list. This is one I had to make myself because Tier Maker is a great website with tons of comprehensive lists and things like that. Not that a popular vape would have a tier list. That'd be crazy. Like they have it, but it's with there's if you know, there's geos, which are like the rubbery ones. Um, so half of the list was that, and then the other ones weren't even anything. But yeah, there is 35 flavors. I believe I got all of them. Let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I might have missed counted. Alright, well, I think that's everything. By the end of this video, I'll know, and then I'll have to restart if that's the case that I missed one. But yeah, I didn't make this. Pulled from a few different websites, mostly from this was like Puffholic, I think it was called. But yeah, Flum floats. Was introduced in my college days to these. I started with puff bars when I was like high school or so. Puff bars are really good, but I haven't had one in a really long time. So at least since high school ended, I haven't had one. I was never really a Juul kid. I don't really understand that. I feel like if you have a vape, it's a lot better if you just easy, just take a hit. You don't have to worry about what's inside. And getting supplies for it. So if you're looking for something like that, these are pretty good options. There's a store. I didn't really I got one flavor there just because they happen to have it. I'll cost. Oh my god. I'll cost the smoke shop. I can swear now. I think. But I'll cost the smoke shop. Some homies there, so I said I would shout them out. So here's the shout out. Not that it matters really that much. I mean, I do have a lot of subscribers, and maybe it'll get them business. It's off. It's next to the Walmart in Center Road. If anyone lives around here. Yeah, very exciting place. I don't know what I'm waiting for exactly now. Well, if you haven't read the thumbnail by now, this is the 8 video special. Now I know it's been long awaited. My apologies for the delay, but I mean, I just didn't really feel like doing it. I should have done this a long time ago because I went through all the flavors a while back. I don't even remember when, probably 3 months ago or so. Wait, or a couple months ago. But yeah, so, and then like some of these, it's been a long ass time because obviously I didn't go back to back to back. There were some delays, some pauses in the grind. But it's fun to. It's kind of like if anyone collects cards, it's kind of like that or I guess there's like figures or something. You just like look for the certain flavor that you haven't found. The rarest ones, or the ones that I found really hard to find, were Rum's Freeze and Nana Cobbler was impossible. I just randomly some SF shop, or was it SF? It might have been Daly City. There was a really weird. Okay, quick story. There was this really weird SF smoke shop, and they're like super anal about no flavor vapes there because it's SF. Land of the progressive land. I don't know, whatever. But she thought I was like a double agent or something, and then I said I wasn't, and then she took it at face value. And then I didn't go behind the counter and behind this like fucking rug thing, and she had all the fucking vapes there. That shit was so funny. The finesse. But if I was an agent, I would have easily gone through. Like, so kind of a weird thing. But yeah, outside of that, most of the smoke shops are pretty normal. There's a certain type of employee at smoke shops, but I don't know. I think mostly they're chill. These are pretty expensive in general. Um, they're I think the cheapest I've ever gone one is maybe 19, and the most expensive maybe 25, but usually it's around 21, 22. It's kind of weird to talk about these or vapes in general, because I've been done. Now I've moved on, matured, started smoking cigarettes, as one does. That's been fun. Outside of I will say that if you smoke cigarettes, it fucks up your throat noticeably more than if you would vape these or vape in general. I mean, I think it's because of the hot air and stuff, and the tar. People don't talk about the tar in cigarettes. That shit's crazy. I mean, I'm a personal believer that vapes are not as dangerous or not as bad for you as, I mean, obviously not as bad as cigarettes, but some people argue me there. And then I'm a personal believer that weed is worse than nicotine in general, and definitely worse than vapes, because it fucks with your brain more. Not that nicotine doesn't. Obviously it does, and like hard to sleep. I get dizzy sometimes, especially if I haven't eaten. And then with cigarettes more so. I don't know. Maybe it's what's this other thing. I don't know. But basically, I don't think. I mean, there's obviously the metal in your lungs argument, all those commercials, but I feel like that's kind of a sensationalism just to get people to stop, which is not going to do anything. If anything, it's bringing awareness that there's vapes. And for kids who look at those commercials like, oh, I want to be cool, I want to do this dangerous thing. Like, I mean, I'm still in that boat, but they see that, and I feel like they're just gonna do more of it or start vaping because they want to go against what people are telling them to do, which I think is a good trait. But obviously, with stuff like drugs or anything, it can be dangerous. But yeah, I have this list or this note in my phone, and I'll just go in that order because I put the images in here through this list, but I don't know. The order is all over the place. My only reservation of this is that I haven't, like I said, I haven't tried some of these flavors in a while, but I'll do my best. Alright, on to the video. We got Don't Share These. I don't know if you can see my cursor. I'm cursoring. Good Medicine, Mid Medicine, Lace Medicine, and IRL Medicine. So we all know about Big Pharma. I almost labeled this Big Pharma, the bottom one, but I feel like sticking with the medicine pattern was better. I don't know. American healthcare, it's not the greatest. Also, I have a San Pellegrino, because you can't make a YouTube video without a drink. I feel like everything I say is so tropey. It's so weird. Yeah, this is weird. I don't really have that much motivation to do this. I made the list, got it all set up, changed it from square to portrait format for the images. I don't know, because I remember when I made the fruits tier list, I was excited to do it. I mean, exponential increase in depression since then, I believe. Back in the day when I still cared about things like this. Yeah, I don't know. This might be my last YouTube video for a long time. I don't know what else I would do. I kind of given up on the Pokemon thing. I was planning to do this Pokemon playthrough, but I don't care anymore. The whiteboards are in the closet. I guess I was supposed to be surprised. I feel like anyone who's made it this far into the video deserves to know about the whiteboards. But yeah, the whiteboards are there. Doing laundry right now. It's in the dryer. I feel like I'm turning this into a podcast sort of thing, but I don't know. I think it's weird to do a podcast on your own. But I guess people do that. So maybe I should try, but I don't know. I would want it to be on Spotify. I think I would have to pay something. And right now I need to save money to pay my dues. and such. Hopefully I get a job. I'm gonna have an interview. Nothing crazy, but also not crazy enough that I'm gonna say what it is. Gotta keep some secrets in life, I think. I'm trying to work my way up to being motivated to start this. At this rate, it's gonna be longer than my fruits one. And I feel like there's less to talk about with these. It's a lot simpler. It's okay. Basically, how you would classify or quantify how good a vape is, in my opinion, is they all okay. So these are all the same product. So there's no different mouthfeel as like I was talking about with Geos. Also, Flum. They have a really weird soft mouthfeel. So I tried a few of them because I have this weird thing where I don't think about things until I do think about things, and I think about every aspect of the thing, and so I wasn't realizing that they weren't floats when I was buying them. So I bought a few Geos. It's just weird. I don't know. They make me feel very out of place, uncomfortable. But yeah, all the same products, all hit the same. So basically, it's just going to be the flavor. You could argue there's the flavor duration because it's not the same. When you buy it right away and you open it and you hit it around that time, it takes a little bit, I think, and then you get like the max flavor and it slowly dwindles down. And at the very end, it's like nothing. So I won't be talking about the nothing part of it, just the main flavor, the average, I guess. Um, oh my god. I thought I would get into the zone when I started this, but well, if anyone wants to hear me talk for 12 minutes plus, I guess this is their lucky day. Yeah, my parents are out. That's why I'm doing this right now. I was thinking about how I'm not really, not in the right mindset for it right now, but it might be a while till my parents are out, so I decided to just do it. Because at this point, I'm like not going to do it if I don't do it soon. And here I am not doing it while recording. The paradox. Yeah. Well, if anyone's still watching it by this point, let me know how your life is going. My life's going pretty shit. Not the best showing for our life. I mean, I also just have like a lot of regrets and stuff, so that I feel like keeps me down. And this fucking bupropion, I don't know if I said that right. Bupropion. That shit is not effective. I'm immune to antidepressants, I believe. Well, at least immune. It's gonna be one of those things where like I don't feel it, and then it's gonna like fuck me in the ass, I don't know why I paused when I said that. But yeah, I got my. I'm gonna go down with what's next to me. I got my phone all ready to go for the video. I got my Pellegrino. Gotta rep Italy. The what I just said, the antidepressant. I got vitamins. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of don't like this whole YouTube thing where you have to switch into a certain persona, be energetic, likable, all that stuff, charismatic. It's a word I've heard. Yeah, I don't really get why people do that. I feel like if I did that, I've like sort of done that, but I feel like I was genuinely excited, like with the fruits one. So I wouldn't really count it. It seems exhausting though. I don't know how people, switch on their faces like that, or put on their faces, I guess would be a better way to put it. Yeah. Flum floats. The crazy thing about cigarettes is that it takes way longer. Well, how to explain this? Well, there's more flavors somehow of cigarettes than vapes than these. Okay, than these specific. I guess it's all cigarettes, and this is just one product from one company, so that makes sense. But it just takes forever. I don't know. I've gone back to the 5 count. I thought I was gonna stop because I need to save money, but I just went right back because living with your parents, it's one of those things where, okay, let me rephrase. Living with parents you don't like and in an environment that is toxic towards you, and they're what's the word, uncompromising, especially my dad, with anything. It's one of those things where you feel so stuck, and I feel like in that kind of environment, that kind of situation, you kind of need an unhealthy coping mechanism until you can get out, and then you can see if you can go to a more healthy coping mechanism. So it was energy drinks and cigarettes, and before vapes, but somehow I just stopped. Like, I've been buying an energy drink a day, going down the list for I don't even know how long, fucking long, ever since I've been back home for sure. Because I've had nothing else to do. I need to occupy my mind, like Pablo Escobar. We're basically the same person, so that's what people say, anyways. All my friends say that. Because I have tons of those. What was I saying? But yeah. Oh yeah, I just stopped buying them today, which is weird because cigarettes are more expensive. Well, I mean, it depends on how you smoke it. If you pace it out to 4 days, it's cheaper than an energy drink a day. And Whole Foods, oh my god, Whole Foods is this one energy drink that I was almost done with Whole Foods. I just needed to finish these three from, I don't even know what they're called. This healthy whatever. They were like $6.50. It's crazy. Most expensive energy drink. I feel like that's more expensive than the 20 ounces of like Rockstar or Monster. If anyone's had those. All right. Well, I could talk forever about my life, but we are nearing a point where that's pretty much everything that's going on with my life outside of confidential info cannot be discussed on the public domain. Yeah. I also stopped competing. I'll be going to Genesis. Well, if it works out, hopefully. And then that'll be like my final tournament for a long time, I think. But that'll be fun. I've been thinking a lot about how I'll dress, what I'll bring, how I'll try to play. It's just gonna be about getting the focus, but I don't know if I'll be able to take. It's like a 1% chance, or like a very low chance that I'm like even slightly locked in, and I need to be like super locked in like I was 2 years ago. But 2 years ago I was happy, I was like peak emotionally. So I don't know how I'm gonna match that. Maybe that's why I'm trying to like replicate it with the same attire and similar theme and stuff, and maybe I can get in the zone. But I think I'll bring cigarettes. But I decided that I'll just smoke after, not during, because I don't know. I feel like it just blurs your mind. It's like turns your mind into a roller coaster. I feel like it's kind of a nuanced thing, but it makes it less consistent in how you think, and that's not what you want, I would say. That's why I don't really understand like when people just would drink energy drinks right before a match or something, because I feel like it just fries you. Not in the sense that like, oh my god, I'm jacked up on caffeine, but in the sense that like your brain isn't thinking correctly or like consistently. All right, well, all right, let's start. All right, God. All right. So the first one we got is, let me find it. Clear. This one. Gotta love a good drag and drop. Or this, whatever this is called when you like hold on to it. I don't know what it's called. Oh, also I graduated, if anyone's curious, if anyone doesn't know. So that was cool. I had like the most depressed graduation post of all time. Like I don't know if I've ever seen or will see, because everyone with their graduation post like on Instagram, they're all so happy. That's like the most consistently people are like trying to make it seem like they're happy. Not trying to make it seem, but like it will always be like a happy picture, like smiles, whatever, jumping or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't happy. I was just I just wanted to be done with it, listening to music and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll have more. I'll get more out of finishing things, doing things. But okay, so clear. I feel like clear is pretty solid. Let me see. So it would be in between good, medicine, and don't share these. But which one should I put it in? I would say it's solid enough to be in top tier over here. It's one of those flavors that it tastes like what I thought menthol would taste like. But that's not what menthol tastes like apparently. It's like a very, I don't even know how to describe it, robotic, but in a good way. It's like refreshing. It's kind of like minty, but not mint. It's like mint without the flavor, but in a good way. I don't like mint, so I was traumatized by mojitos in my youth. One of my few drinking moments, unfortunately. Too few. Not that I'm encouraging children or teenagers to drink, but me personally, if I had a choice. Alright, next is Red Bang. See, Red Bang, so fun fact, Red Bang was the one that I thought was going to be number one until I tried this one flavor near the end, which will be the number one. Spoilers. Not that you know which one that is because you don't have access to my list. It's very top secret. Red Bang is, as the name suggests, it's like a Red Bull. It's not exactly like a Red Bull, obviously, but it's like decently close. It's like pretty close, almost identical. So it's solid. I mean, if you like energy drinks or if you like Red Bull's flavor, you're gonna love this one. I think it's a solid. Besides clear, I would say this is the next solid. Like most people will like it, and it's one of the most popular ones for that reason. It's also a fun fact. One of the ones when I was in Santa Cruz, they would have clear and Red Bang typically, just those two, and what other one? I feel like that was a Geo. Yeah, I think those were the only two floats really. I don't know if they had menthol. I don't think so. Yeah, but it would just be these two. So for some reason they like bypass the flavor thing, even though it's clearly flavored. I mean, it's red. It's the pill of the pill vape. You know, Flum floats, the pills. It's the exact one. There is no blue equivalent. Menthol is blue, but it's not that kind of blue. You know what I mean? Um, like it's not a white top, blue bottom. It's like all over the place kind of, and it's not like a dark blue where this is like a dark. This picture isn't even doing it justice. It is like dark red. But yeah, it's really good. I would recommend very highly to anyone who is wanting to start or try a float. I would recommend a Red Bang, like a Red Bull. That's all you need to know really. But it's good. It's man, it's so weird to think about these things because it's like a whole different. I feel like I was in a whole different like place when I was vaping as opposed to now. It's like cigarettes and stuff. It's like whatever I'm like consuming is what my brain is thinking about and differentiating between. I'm trying to remember specifically if there's anything else. I feel like this one. I don't think there's an actual difference, but I think there is a what's it called? Uh, it feels like it hits stronger than the other ones. I don't know if it's because of the flavor or they put some Red Bull into that shit, but I think that was also the case. Maybe it's because I mostly hit these or had these earlier on, but I don't know. All right. Well, that was the thing that's impressive that I haven't been mentioning is I've been picking these out without like I can't really read these just knowing the color. But the next one, I don't know if I can do that with. I mean, I think I know which one it is. I think it's this one. All right. Well, if I'm wrong, that would be embarrassing. Well, not embarrassing, but all right, I'm just gonna check. Good thing I have my phone right here, and you can wait for me to Google. what the vape looks like. Oh yeah, it is not that. Okay. It is this one. So this is guava citrus. This one was, I think, decent. It's like kind of a fruity one, but nothing too special. And a common recurring theme that you'll see as the video progresses, and what's prevalent, in my opinion, with Flum floats, is that it kind of does too much, too much dip. And this is a similar issue with energy drinks, but it just makes it too sweet. And they're already kind of like an overly sweet thing, right? There's this one in particular that I'll get to that's like awful, and I know it's popular. I see people buying them. I've seen like packages on the ground, but I have no idea I felt like throwing up. This one doesn't make me feel like throwing up, but it's whatever. It's like decent. Where would I put this? I think I'll put this right here for now. Next is strawberry ice cream. I don't need to look that one up. It's this right here. This is an even worse example of the too sweet issue, where it tastes like this weird dairy, like sickly sweet concoction. And I don't know. Okay. So most of the time with these, they taste smooth. It's like a smooth flavor to it, and like so you can keep hitting it, right? But this one, I feel like it like settles in your mouth, and it's just like this disgusting. I don't know. Like it envelops your mouth in a weird way. So I would put this at the bottom. So yeah, sorry to anyone who's a big fan of that. I don't know how many people are enthusiasts of certain vapes or certain floats like that. I mean, I feel like everyone has, typically, if anything, people have their favorite flavor or whatever option. So I think it definitely applies to vapes, because that's the thing between vapes and cigarettes, is that vapes have a wider flavor range. So it's more interesting to rank them, I would say, because cigarettes you can rank, and I like sort of have a mental ranking of the ones I've tried as I keep going through them. But vapes are a lot more interesting because they're way more different, and cigarettes are generally similar, but I guess they're not that similar, but it's not as different as going from a Red Bull like thing to a fucking strawberry shortcake disaster. So next is Lime Romance. Where's Lime Romance? I know it's a black. It's right here. It's got the name and everything. Lime Romance is actually pretty good. I feel like lime generally as a flavor is pretty solid. I don't really see it go wrong too often. It's just a better lemon, and lemons are already pretty good. Okay, so fun fact, my fruit cereals would be a lot different now. I don't know where I put them, but lemons and limes should be higher than where they are. But this one tastes like kind of limey. I feel like you can't hit it too much, like chain vaping, like one after another. That's what I typically do. I know most people don't do that. The funny thing to me is that most people don't do that, but they'll like fiend. They'll like hit it, and then they'll fiend for it, or like they'll lose and they'll look for it. For me, it's just like boom, 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 and then I'm like, I've gone through my cycle of like 20 minutes of vaping or whatever, and I'm done, and then do it again, whenever. But I don't know. I feel like I don't really have an addictive personality, but here I am making a Flum float tier list, so that doesn't prove anything. That doesn't mean I have an addictive personality. I just like making lists and rankings and going through every fucking option possible. So yeah, I would put this right here. Next, Clement. Alright, this one right in the middle. One of the few green ones. It's like a decent shade of green. Clement is, I would probably put it, like right after Lime Romance. It's a solid one. Like I said, I don't really like mint, but there's some mint flavors where it's fine, and I feel like this is an example of that. This is probably maybe the most refreshing palate cleansing type of flavor available. Maybe clear. I feel like, yeah, mint in general is good for that, so it has like some property or some whatever. I forget what it's called, some chemical compound. But yeah, it's solid and minty. It's in the name. Pretty much, it's a cool mint flavor. Yeah, it also looks cool, but that's not part of the ranking. just flavor here. Peach ice. I think this is a black exterior, but I will have to Google. It's gonna take a long time. Oh man, I don't know if I can pull this off. I'm like already starting to drift to the ether. Yeah, it is that one. Yeah, it's this one. Alright, peach ice. Let me see. I don't have the best memory of this one per se, but I think it was decent. I feel like this is like in a similar category to guava citrus, but slightly worse. Like in the sense that it's a bit more sickly sweet and just not as refined. So that's where that will go. Next is icy berry lemon. You kind of sound stupid reading these flavor names. Oh, it's right here. There's a. Thank God, these fucking the ones where it actually says the name of it. That's another issue with well, I feel like that's part of the fun or part of the intrigue to tier list making is if you can just see an image and know what it is, not have to look up to make sure you know what that is. But I think that doesn't really work. You have to be like really know these, and especially you would have to try out most of them to differentiate. Icy berry lemon is pretty solid from what I remember. Let me see. I wish I remember this more vividly. Like just looking at it makes me think that I thought it was like really really good. It seems like anything that's like more chill and the flavor whatever range is usually pretty good as a vape. But where would I put this one? It just looks really cool. I'm getting biased as I look at it. I feel like this could be top tier, but I don't super remember. I have to like think back to the period of time when I was vaping these to try to remember what it tasted like. Yeah, I feel like this one was good, but like not better than these two, but really really solid. And I feel like it was a refreshing sort of flavor. It's kind of hard to describe. I don't know if I'm just fucking out of it or what, but it's kind of hard to describe these flavors in words. Words are difficult. Red apple. Red apple, I think, is the red one. One would think. But let me check. It's a good thing I don't care about the duration of these videos, because this is going to be a long fucking one. Yeah, it's this one. I think this one was really solid, actually. From what I remember. Yeah. Did I try this? Yeah, I think so. Oh, I remember this dislike. Okay, this one is kind of deceiving in the sense that it seems like it'd be pretty good, but it kind of does too much. It gets overpowering and repetitive, I think. I think I would put it probably like at the top of mid. Like I would say this one is a gatekeeper of flavors or of the floats, in the sense that it has a solid enough flavor, but it's held back by, I don't know, the staleness of it. So it has potential for sure, but I don't think it reaches these. I don't know if my cursor is visible. I'm gonna assume my cursor is visible. The good medicine ones so far. But yeah, it's pretty good. And if you like apple as a flavor, like apple juice, it's like an apple juice sort of. That's what you can typically associate the juices with what these will taste like if there's a juice for it. I mean, because it's literally there's juice inside the vape, so it's kind of a no-brainer. It's kind of like, yeah, it's like shitty apple juice. But for those who know, even shitty apple juice is pretty good, so that's why it's there. Oh man, strawberry watermelon. That is, man, I am not ready for this shit. Strawberry watermelon. I want to say the orange one would be my guess. Nope. No, not at all. It's the Hello Kitty pink one. The one for people who like pink. Yeah, this one looks crazy in real life. Any of the ones like the icy berry lemon, you can see like the little like holographic almost design sort of thing. It actually is holographic, like the letters and stuff. It like reflects off light. This one, man, my memory is so shot. I think this one was decent, but it was too much for the most part. I would say it was probably, I'd probably put it mid. Nah, I feel like peach, guava, and red apple are like they're a good mid. You know, those are like solid, like decently solid, but not the best. And I feel like I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure by the end of this it'll be mostly shit in the bottom because I don't think there's that many grape flavors. And like I said, they struggle from similar issues of being too much and too sweet or just not refined enough. It's hard to talk for a long period of time. All right, Lush Ice. Oh, really? It's here? Or am I thinking of something else? Wow, that is kind of crazy. This was the last one I had in Santa Cruz. Fun fact. So this one, I feel like this one grew on me. At the beginning, when I first got it, I didn't think it was that great. It was alright, but it has that metallic taste that I dream of in a vape, you know? Something like that, anyways. But I don't think it's. I'm pretty sure it's this one. I don't think it reaches past this, or maybe. Yeah, this would be a good spot for it. But it's pretty good. It tastes like I don't even know how to describe what this shit tastes like. Um, it's like if you melted concrete but made it taste good, and then put it into a vape. That's what it tastes like. So if you're into concrete, look no further. Next, aloe grape, the goat. Everyone's know about aloe grape. This one goes so crazy. Easy number one for what we have so far. I love this one. It tastes like, I don't know, it tastes like heaven or something, would be the way to describe it. But realistically, it has a great, okay, so I'm a big fan of grape. If you know me, grape flavoring in general is some of my favorite shit, period. So, you know, if there's a grape vape, it's going to be amazing, right? Automatically. But this one it's even more refined. Like the aloe part of it, it makes it kind of cool, you know? Like even inside your mouth, it like feels like kind of colder than other ones. So it's like this refreshing flavor. And then there's the grape, which gives it that sweet. It's like this cool sweetness tag team of amazingness inside of your mouth. Gotta love when it's inside of your mouth. But yeah, aloe grape. That's easy number one for what we have. And it was my number one for a long time. I thought it would be number one for the longest time. It just that like 1-2 punch that it has is just insane, and it's so easy to just keep hitting it because it doesn't get stale, and you're like, fuck, this is so good. I mean, I'm just a great fan, so this is probably not the case for everyone, but I would highly recommend. And it looks pretty cool. I would say it's this teal color. My voice is getting, oh my god, getting ran through. Rainbow Skittles. I thought it was Rainbow Skittle, but I guess it's Rainbow Skittles, which makes more sense. But all right, this is the one I was talking about. This is the one that's way too popular for no reason, overhyped to the fucking max. It's awful. It tastes like, oh my god, it tastes like candy gone wrong. It tastes like they like put like syrup, but then didn't have any flavoring to it, and it's just syrup. But like not even like how sugar is good on its own or honey is good on its own. You just like a spoon of it. It's just awful. It's like this like corporate I don't even know. It's like nightmare of a flavor. So sweet. I would not recommend this at all if you don't like sweet things, or even to anyone. Even if you do like sweet things, it's just way too much. But I guess people like it, so I don't know. No, I need to find what it looks like because there are a lot of pink ones. As it turns out, there's like 5 of them, 6. Kind of crazy. I wonder who they're targeting with this color scheme. There's this one time I was in SJ and there were these 2 drunk girls, and what did they say? They said like, we want anything that has. It was like, I want to say strawberry or banana, like some like fruity shit. That shit was funny. That was like the biggest like, oh wow, this is who they're targeting with these flavors, and this is how it works, and this is how they sell them. You know. Meanwhile, me just going through every single flavor, and I don't think they had any new ones, and fucking failing to even get a vape because I couldn't find the next one. What am I looking at? Oh yeah, rainbow. I need to take a shower. Good thing you can't smell through videos. That would be bad. It is, I believe. I think it's this one right here. But yeah, this is probably the worst. Easy. How does this work? So it's like, yeah, so the left is the best, but when you get to the bottom, the right is the worst. Yeah, because don't mind me. Yeah, that one's awful. I got this one in Oakland. There were like cops, like literally not even a block down, like right across the street. There was like some cop thing, which is kind of crazy. Oh, also that was when I was in Oakland. I was driving, and then this dude just whole like no hesitation ran a red. And for some reason, I was being cautious, maybe because I was in Oakland. I don't know. But like, if I was driving at a normal like at the speed limit, we would have collided for sure. That shit was crazy. But yeah, this is where I got that one, or that's where I got this one. There's like I have like some decent stories with some of these flavors. That's the cool thing, I guess, you can take out of it besides like the short-term feeling of being nicked or whatever. You can get the stories. I mean, that's like I feel like that's the best part of it, like how you adventure and like looking for it. And obviously better with friends. But then it kind of becomes this weird fiendy, I feel like, like, oh, we need to get our fix. As opposed to if you're doing it on your own, it can just be your own thing, sort of. It doesn't have to be this, like, oh, yeah, we need to go. Or, like, it doesn't have to be, like, as routine. I don't know. I don't know how to fully explain this. Alright, next one. Another banger that I believe is right here. Yellow lychee. Besides grape, and I would say probably more so than grape, lychee is my favorite fruit flavoring. I believe it was, where was it? Was it second on my fruits tier list? Like that hasn't changed. It's probably first. If you include flavoring, it's definitely first, like in drinks and everything. It's so good. It's such a smooth hit. Now the question is this better than aloe grape? I don't think so necessarily. Let me think about what this tasted like. I think this is there's another lychee one. I think this is, actually, I think this is the worst. Okay, there's 2. The next one's coming up. I think this is the worst of the 2 lychee flavors because it's just the flavor it doesn't pop as much, not as impactful. You know, it feels like when you hit it, it feels like it's kind of already dead, low key. That's kind of the vibe I got from this vape. But it's still really good. It's still lychee. I love lychee, so it's gonna be top tier just automatically, unless they like super fucked it up. But it wasn't super fucked up. It just wasn't refined to the best. Next one, lychee rosy, which is this even here? Oh my god, I hope this is here. If there's one that's not on here, I'm gonna be so upset. It's very possible. Oh, okay. It is on here. Okay. It's this one. This one is a better example of what to do with a lychee flavor. And I would say it's probably okay. Red Bang. Red Bang is probably the most new or developed flavor in terms of like what I thought about it. Like I always really liked it, but then I thought it was like peak elite. Like there was a time where I thought it was better than aloe grape, you know. But then I kind of grew out of that, and it's still really good, but it's not like a crazy enough flavor for it to be better than these two, for example. Um, sorry. Just because I don't remember exactly about Icy Berry 11, I would say it probably goes at the back end of top tier. All right, next. Okay, we only one more row to go, and then I'm fucking done with this shit. Thank God. I need to make my orange chicken from the freezer, and then eat it in solitude. I don't think I got one notification or like one message today. That's the crazy thing about like deleting social media and not being on social media is if you don't have friends like that, you are not getting any messages, period. No messages. Which is nice, and in its own way, it's kind of a, refreshing thing that you don't have to be bombarded by notifications, and it just gets to be too much. But then it's like, I want some, like at least a few notifications. Like, spare me a notification, a message, a DM, I don't know. Whatever. Next is mixed berries, which is, it might be the pink one. I really thought going into this I would be able to identify them just based on the color, but it's not happening. Yeah, it is okay. Well, I've basically been right though. It is the pink one, basically the last pink one, because this one is like orange-ish, kind of. I guess this is pink theoretically. Mixed berries. I think this one was decent, but nothing too special. I feel like this is like the most generic, low-key, generic ass flavor, but still good enough to be better than the red apple polarizing flavor thing. What is this? Oh, this is a Lush Ice. Yeah, I would say it's like worse than Lush Ice, but not by that much. That's like that's a decent spot for it. Next is Pina Polo, which is, I believe, I want to say it's this one. It's like the fancy. There's like a few fancy with the gold writing, which is the strawberry ice cream. This one, Pina Polo. I don't know if there's another one. These might be the only two. They're like fancy. So if you want to impress someone with a vape as a gift, birthday gift, anniversary gift, wedding gift, baby shower gift, for the baby. What else is there? What other gifts are there? Date gift? I don't know. Relationship gift. Did I say anniversary? Yeah, I think I did. Friend gift? No, I mean, I wouldn't really know about that. I feel like guys don't give gifts to each other, so not that whatever. Pina Polo. Alright, I gotta rank this, right? Pina Polo. I think this one was like a lot of dip. This is like another classic too much flavor. I also really don't like pineapple, so in general, so the pineapple flavor usually doesn't work for me. So that was the case for this, and I'd probably put it. What is this? Strawberry ice cream, and what's the other one? What's this other pink one? I have no idea what that is actually. What is this? Oh, it's Rainbow Skittle. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, these are like the the fucking vanguard of shitty ass Flum floats. The all sickly sweet. All I feel nauseous after hitting them more than once. You hit them twice, you're like, oh shit, it's coming. Not that I've ever thrown up from a float, but it makes me feel like that, like the pre-throw up phase. Next, strawberry mango. The don't know. I guess just based off of these two fruits, it seems like it's a popular one amongst people, certain people too. It is the orange one. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah. This one was pretty good. I think it was. I want to say there was like limited mango. I feel like mango, just that in general, mango and vapes is usually not very present. Even a mango jewel, this shit does not taste like a mango. It tastes like this weird ass chemical version of it. So this one's like it's like pretty fruity, not bad for sure. I would say, um, I would say it's better than mid, but not by that much. And or, okay, I think this is better than mixed berries, but not better than lush ice. These are like these two flavors, mixed berries and lush ice, or oh my god, mixed berries and strawberry mango are like solid fruity flavors, but not refined enough to a point where it reaches top tier or even past lush ice. Lush ice is like to be lush ice, you need a distinct enough flavor. It needs to be refreshing, taste good, fruity in a good way, sweet in a good way. Yeah. All right, next we finally got to the bottom of this column, the first column of my note. Fruity Hawaii, I believe, is the light orange, but I will check because I don't want to be clicking the wrong flume for the, that would be awful. Here we go. Yeah, wait. Orange. Oh, wait. Um, well, oh, actually, okay, hold on. That was Fruity Hawaii. The light orange is strawberry banana. This is Fruity Hawaii. Fruity Hawaii was um, it was like weird. I think this one it didn't taste fruity, as far as I remember. It tasted like weird and kind of like the same issue. What was it that Dila lychee has, where it kind of tastes muted, but it doesn't have that lychee flavor to carry. So I would say that it probably goes like here, to be honest, but in front of. I don't know if I'm ranking this right. This is probably the most questionable spot I have. But I feel like it was too sweet, the strawberry watermelon. But yeah, the fruity Hawaii, not the worst of the worst, but also there's not really a lot to it. It's kind of just boring. It's like this basic ass flavor. I don't even know what it's supposed to be based off of. Like a Hawaiian what? Like I don't know. Coconut? Like but it's not coconut and it's not like pineapple. I don't know. So yeah, that's where I would put it. Nothing really too interesting about it. So if you don't have anything interesting about you as of like vape, you're not really going to be one of the better ones because you need to have something to make you stand out. All right. And then we got the second column, strawberry banana. Also, another flavor, banana is one of my favorite flavorings. It'd be lychee, grape, banana, probably like my three favorite flavors from a fruit, that is. So, this one was bound to be good, right? And it is. Okay, it's that one. Let me think. I think this one was like decent. It wasn't like the best. For some reason, they couldn't execute on banana flavors that great. I don't know why exactly, but I always had high expectations when I would finally get to a banana, like a banana one of these, and it would never reach the expectation that I had. This one sort of, but the next one is like, whew, we'll get to it. But yeah, this one was like solid enough, I think. Well, actually, it was pretty good. Actually, now that I think about it, hold on. Um, I feel like here is a good spot. It was pretty good. It was. I feel like strawberry vapes in general, or strawberry floats at least, are pretty solid, pretty consistent. And then the banana, well, it wasn't that big of a factor. I feel like it made it different enough, and it kind of mellowed out the flavor, which I feel like banana is really good for. It has this nice sweetness to it if it's done right. where it's smooth and mellows it out, especially when combined with something else, right? So strawberry banana would be like a strawberry banana smoothie would probably be the comparison you can make to it, and it's somewhat close. It's pretty good. It doesn't have that flavor range that an actual smoothie would have, but that like the level of flavor, but it does its thing. It's a little version of that. I wouldn't say too bad. Almost the top of this tier, and that's pretty good. A good place to be, right? That's what, upper 25% or whatever it's gonna be. 25th percentile. Is that how that works? I think so. Next, this is a fun one. I got this one in SoCal after I was doing pretty good at. Actually, this is where I beat the. If anyone knows Smash, Gil Hugh, the Mexican Kirby. I didn't know at the time. I just thought it was like some Kirby. I knew he was Mexican based off his accent, but I didn't know at the time. But he's like fucking cracked, and I beat him, right. My my magic practice with Josiah came through. I played against Kirby too much for my own fucking good in my lifetime. God, I hate that character. But yeah, so that happened, and then I lost on stream. Game 5 last hit to Piranha Plant counter pick. That was fucking crazy, and like in like the slowest way possible. I just like watched the Patui fucking end me. So that sucked, and then I had to play Marco. And I was just really upset about it, basically. And then some other shit happened, literally right after, because I was tweeting, and I was like, suicidal or whatever the fuck. I don't remember what I was tweeting, my usual thing, when I'm upset, especially after a bad loss like that. But yeah, anyways, so all of that shit, and there was like all this shit happening. But this is the vape that I got during that time period, the Blue Raspberry Ice, this one. This, I would say, is probably the coolest looking one of these floats. It looks really cool. It's black with the purple lettering. It looks really clean. So visually, I would say it's the best. And even flavor-wise, it is really, really good. Like, this one is fucking good. Let me see where I would put it. Honestly, on the lowest of keys, where would I put this? Like, I know it's top tier, but thing is, like, it has this flavor to it. It's blue raspberry, right? So that's first of all, it's a weird flavor. That's like an icy sort of thing, but it's so smooth. It hits so nice, and like it doesn't get stale at all. I would say it's probably like right here, number 2. I'm almost tempted to put it above Hello Grape, and I don't know if it's the bias I have towards it from whatever good times and like being one of the first, if not the first, Flum flow I hit. I feel like that bias is hard to beat, but Blue Raspberry Ice, really, really solid. Looks so sick too. You look super cool hitting this vape, so buy it and don't share it. Yeah, I think that's about right. I don't know. It's a hard thing to rank things in order, but I think if you're gonna rank stuff, it should be in order. Cause why else? I hate the people like, oh, unordered in tiers. Like that just tells me you don't have the time. A, which is probably not true, or B, you just don't care enough to do it in order. Yeah, I think that's good. That's probably the underdog of these flavors, the one that I wasn't expecting to reach such a high point. But yeah, Gubby Drop. This was also in SoCal. This is the day where I walked to Long Beach from Sunset Beach and back, and then I walked still through Sunset Beach to the end of it. to get this vape at the smoke shop, and then walked back to the where I was staying at. That shit was that, and my shoe. One of my shoes had this. Like, it was broken in the back, so it was like impaling me as I walked the entire time. I walked, I don't know, 15 miles, something crazy. So that was definitely interesting. That was a fun day. It's fun to make the most of a day. Gummy drop. What does that look like? I almost want to say it's this one. Let me check. I feel like I'm overheating more and more as I do this. But I gotta come through for my fans, you know. They've been waiting. They've been asking for this one. Oh, what the hell? I think it just. Oh wait. Hold on. I think I know what okay, I think this is Red Bang because it's just a super muted Red Bang. I guess this would be the medicine actually. This one is even more bright red than Red Bang, I think. But yeah, this is Gummy Drop. Gummy Drop. This has a similar feel to Lush Ice, I want to say, but I think it was better, right? Yeah. I'm remembering how this hit. It's so weird to remember that I would just like stop like while driving and then like go out, like at the gas station or something and hit vapes instead of it. Well, I've never really. Anyways, I think it would go. Probably like here. I don't think it exceeds the strawberry banana combination, but it definitely is up there. How it tastes is like Lush Ice, like I said, but it's probably a bit sweeter, and that's what Lush Ice needs, you know, because it's a bit too metallic, robotic, steampunk-esque of a flavor. And Gummy Drop kind of comes through a little bit more, the sweetness of the flavor. Next, Summer Straw Kiwi. I believe that is. I'm just gonna check because I don't know. I don't trust my judgment with these colors anymore. Summer Straw Kiwi. It is. Yeah, okay. It is this one. The neon green-ish sort of one. The booger jelly bean color. This one, let me see. What did I think of this one? I feel like it was. This is a similar thing to the strawberry banana. I think, where it's like a solid enough fruity flavor, but nothing too crazy. I don't think it's as good as strawberry banana. I think it was like a bit too sweet in that regard. What is this one? I'm like forgetting what they are. I think it's the mango. I think it was I think a good spot would be right above the mango, below the Lush Ice. It's a bit better in terms of it's kind of smooth. Kiwi's like a pretty decent fruit for flavoring, I would say, but I don't think it was anything too crazy as far as I remember. All right, next, melon ice cream. This one right here. The only picture where it had to be a box because I could not find a fucking JPEG or PNG of this on the internet for whatever reason. Like this is, I don't know. I guess it's kind of rare. It has a holographic. It's one of the holographic designs like this. Yeah. Strawberry watermelon. I think that's what this one was. Yeah, but this is. There are 3. Looks like fully swirled, holographic-esque. I don't know if that's my parents or not, but yeah. Hopefully not. That'll make this awkward. Yeah, so as far as the taste, it was better than the strawberry ice cream. It still suffered from a similar issue where it was like too dairy based. You can taste that. And it kind of filled your mouth with Man, I'm getting this dread anticipating that my parents are like walking up the stairs. It's fucking crazy. Uh, but yeah, it was better, but not by that much. And to be honest, I was just excited when I found it because it seemed so cool and like special of a flavor. I remember, but honestly, I don't think it was that great. And I think it's hard for the ice cream flavors to be good. Oh, I remember this one had a super weird mouthfeel. Yeah. That's right. Like the flavor was decent. It was such a weird thing because the flavor was like pretty good, but then like the way it felt, like the texture of it, felt so weird. It felt like it was suffocating you as you hit it. Next, moving to a brighter note in these flavors, we have menthol. Menthol, like clear. I compared it to clear, and that's like, you know, well, I feel like menthol is like bottom of the top. It was pretty good. Let me think. It was similar to clear, but it had this, mentholy taste. If you know what that tastes like, I don't even really remember what that tastes like. It's like I could not describe it. It is so hard to describe these flavors in words. I like the flavor in the mouth. This one was like pretty good. It is like solid. It doesn't have any. It's not like a flavored one. It's like a clear in the sense that it doesn't really taste like a flavor. But if you like menthol, oh, okay. I feel like this one kind of tastes like a cigarette. Is what I'm trying to say. And so I guess then it goes to if you like cigarettes and like how they taste, flavor wise. It was pretty good. It was a refreshing one for sure. Definitely a nice break if you're going through fruity flavors or you're sick with fruity flavors. I would recommend this one for sure. Out of all of them, probably even more than clear. It's probably the best palate cleansing one. Um, but I could see if you get like a lot of these or repeatedly, it could get to be too much. But I only had one, and for what my experience, it was pretty good. I had a good time with this vape. All right, next, apple icy. That is, I think this. I want to say yeah, it's this dark green one. Apple icy is like red apple, but slightly better. I think would be the argument there. Uh, it struggles from the same issue where it kind of gets stale and to be too much. I don't know if that would be enough to put it in mid though. Actually, I feel like yeah, the two apples. I feel like the two apples are kind of side by side. Funny enough, it is better than the red apple. It's definitely has a better flavor, like a smoother flavor, but it gets sick of this shit so fast, and it's so hard to finish. And yeah, banana ice. Let me double check what color this is. I really hope my voice came through because I've murdered my voice in the time of making this video. Oh, okay, it's not what I thought. Oh, brother. Yeah, it's this. Okay, banana ice. Like I said, the banana flumes weren't the most, or they were kind of disappointing, relatively speaking. And this is the first actual banana one. I don't think this was as bad as the other one, but I remember it didn't really taste like banana too much. It had a weird, like, artificial flavor to it. And obviously, we're dealing with vapes; they're going to taste artificial generally, but it was especially artificial, I think. Um, I wish I could read this. I don't know what this pink one on the right is. But I feel like, yeah, it would be at the end of high tier. Let me see. I feel like I might have mixed up the colors again. Because I feel like, yeah, wait. I feel like this is Lush Ice, and Lush Ice should be here. And then this is mixed berries, and mixed berries should be here. Yeah, okay. I think that's good. Man, this is quite the thing to manage. Alright, next is Con Candy. Con Candy, another... Actually, I remember this one was better than I thought it would be. So I would put it like here. It was pretty good. It was surprising. You would think that Con Candy would be a sickly sweet sort of flavor, but it turned out to be more of a... I don't know how they pulled it off, but it was like not too sweet, like decently sweet, and it has like sort of it had like a reminiscent flavor to actual cotton candy. It was good. I don't know. I haven't had too many cotton candy flavored things ever, so I can't tell you if this was a good application or just average. But it's solid. I would recommend this one for sure. Next, Aloe Mango Melon Ice, which, let's see. Oh man, I'm tired. I gotta power through though, because I'm definitely not gonna have the motivation to do another one of these takes. All right, it's this one. This one was a bit too much, I think. Too much dip. Too many fucking different things. Aloe, mango, and melon. Like that's bound to be complicated and overtuned. I think it was. I'd probably put it in the mid, but like maybe like this. Like it was not the greatest, but it still had some decent flavor too. I feel like aloe, it can't be anything aloe, and it's not. It's gonna be at least mid, you know. That's like pretty good guarantee, I would say, with the floats. But there's also only, let's see, there's only aloe grape in this aloe mango melon ice, so I don't know. From those two, it's just because aloe just feels like it cools down the flavor, so even if it's too sweet, it's like tolerable because the aloe is there. And this one's got ice, you know, ice. I could not tell you what ice means, but I think it means like metal. Not in your lungs though, just in the flavor, just the flavor profile. It wouldn't go into your lungs. I'm not sponsored by Flum or anything, but I could be if they're trying to sponsor someone. If a Flum representative is watching this an hour and 12 minutes and 45 seconds in, my DMs are open. You can DM me you can leave a comment and then DM me, or you can go to my, I don't know what I have linked. Yeah, this isn't that serious of a YouTube channel, so kind of just me rambling about vape products and lamenting about my past days as a child, as a young man, a young adult, suffering through this world of sin and deceit. But moving on from that, oh, there's another aloe one. I think it's the swirly one. Or wait, let me see. Yeah, it's definitely the swirly one. We're gotten to the point where there's 5 left, 6 left, and I can tell based off it's no big deal, but I can tell when there's 6 left which one is which. So they kind of call me the Flum Float God, the FFG. You can call me that if you want, viewer. If someone is viewing at this point, I keep doing that because I'm like always thinking about how it'd be weird. Well, I would watch something like this. I feel like most people wouldn't watch, especially all of it, you know? That'd be crazy. Especially with our attention spans being the way they are. And all my fucking tier lists being an hour plus, like, God. But I gotta explain, you know? I gotta have the 10-minute life update, then the hour plus of explanation of Flum floats. Come on. Gotta have that. So aloe pineapple ice, I don't think it was as bad as peanut polo. I don't think it was that great, though. I think it would be like here. Similar thing to the melon ice cream, where it just has a weird mouthfeel. The flavor is okay, but it's also pineapple, so you know, not the greatest, but it didn't feel as weird as the melon. Well, I feel like no, I feel like even the melon feeling weirder, the flavor is just better, and the pineapple is just not it. I hate pineapple. It's so sickly sweet. So like I don't understand why people love that shit. I've grown out of hating it on pizza. I used to be one of those guys, but I'm not gonna order it necessarily on pizza. I don't think a savory, you know, food thing needs something that's sweet like that. Like that. It just like it ruins it. It's a palate destroyer. It's a flavor destroyer. Like you eat a fucking Hawaiian, and you're tasting pineapple. You're not tasting really most of that other shit. You're tasting fucking pineapple. So if you want to eat pineapple and have other shit like alongside it, sure. But if you want to have pizza and taste pizza, you know, I don't understand why you would put something that completely goes against what the point of a pizza is. There are dessert pizzas, and put pineapples on that. Why do you have to put it on normal pizza that's designed to be savory with the sweetness coming from the tomato sauce? Like, come on, that's the point. There's not supposed to be something else that's sweet like that, like that sweet, like syrup level sweet, you know. Anyways, next, tropical delight, the green one. This one was mid. How mid, you might ask? Well, this mid. Yep. Hold up. Wait. It's not letting me go left of this. Hello. What the fuck? That was weird. Yeah, it'd be the top of mid. This is like a generic ass. Like, okay, this is like the. What is it called? Hawaii. Fruity Hawaii? It is like Fruity Hawaii. You know? Is that Fruity Hawaii? I don't even know where Fruity Hawaii is. To be completely honest. I think it's. Wow, I cannot find this shit. Where is it? I want to say it's this, maybe. Anyways. It was better than Fruity Hawaii. It had some kind of fruit flavor to it, but also it's so generic. If you want something that doesn't taste like much, if you're looking for that, then this would be the flavor to pick, I would say. Otherwise, it's not really that worth it. It tastes like what's a comparison I can make? Not sand, but it tastes like what sand would taste like if you had a block of sand or something, like solidified sand. Yeah, like if you like froze sand or something and served it, that's what this. It tastes like sand, but it's not like there's no like irritation like you would get from eating sand. It just has that flavor, like the kind of nothingness, kind of vape. I don't know, like dead vape sort of flavor, like that. Yeah. Next, sucks for you guys and girls or whoever's watching and whoever's watching. That's why I need to start saying y'all. Sucks for y'all. Y'all is just so weird because it's like a southern hick sort of identifier, I feel. But how else can you describe every single type of person in one word except y'all? Because it's all. There's guys is talking about guys. You know, like I don't know. Y'all. If y'all have been waiting for number one for an hour and 18 minutes, I'm sorry, but you have to. But at least you have to wait no longer because we got the number one, the GOAT, Rumsfries. Man, this one took forever to find. I don't know if that factored into how much I liked it as a flavor, but it took forever. I went to El Costa Smoke Shop. They were out of stock, and then they were getting it in stock, and then I found it in Oakland randomly. That was crazy. I was not expecting to find it, and it was just there. I was like, what the fuck? I've searched like 10 stores. None of them have it. I went all over. I went to where did I go? Like Walnut Creek and like all over the fucking place, all over the bay, looking for this flavor. This was the hardest one to find, I would say. Like I looked through the most stores, I think. But yeah, okay. Going on to why it's the best. It tastes. If anyone's had a puff bar, it tastes like a puff bar, and I love puff bars. I was just thinking about that earlier. but they are so good. Like it's such a refreshing. Like you're hitting it, and you're like, ah, this feels nice. It feels like I'm vaping air. That's what it feels like. That's what the taste is kind of like berry, sort of that kind of thing. But the taste is not really that important because it's the feel of it. It feels like air. You know, it feels like you're taking in some air with some pleasant flavoring and blowing it out. It's so nice. Took me back to my old days, back when things were not as complicated. But yeah, it's super solid. I would recommend this the highest, and it has a fancy pattern. So if you're trying to flex on some broke people, it's good for that too. Not as good as well, no, I feel like this is the best. I mean, I feel like out of the three swirl ones, I feel like this one looks the coolest too. So it looks the coolest, and oh, there's the icy berry lemon. That one looks cool too. But yeah, so solid, so refreshing to hit. Didn't get sick of it. I was like riding a high just based off how good it tasted the entire time. So would highly recommend. Never share unless you want to share. Make sure you're sharing with someone who's worth sharing. You know what I mean? I personally don't care. One time I was in Petaluma and there were these high schoolers at this by this river. I was waiting for a tournament, and this one dude was fucking going on the vape I had, like fucking going on and on. And then his friends were like warning me about that. I don't really care, but if you do care and you want to preserve it, don't do that. Don't give it to whoever. Keep your vape on you at all times. You never know what fiend will be around the corner trying to hit that shit. You know? Alright. Next. Tobacco. Where did I even find this? This one, I feel like, okay, actually I think this one and the next one were the ones I got from Acosta Smoke Shop. Tobacco was, let me remember. God, it's been a while. And this was one of the most recent ones too. I think this one was good, but not the greatest. It's like a menthol vibe, but not the same level. I think is how I describe it. Yeah, it just has like this muted sort of, but not in the sense of like the sand flavor. It's just like this chill, nothing too crazy to it sort of flavor as you would expect, and that's fine. I mean, it's really good, and it has this interesting look to it, the faded black on the top and bottom, and it works with like the blue light on the bottom, and it lights up. But yeah, it was good. It was a chill flavor. Now it's the only flavor I have. You know what I mean? Man. Speaking of the only flavor I have now, next one is American Tobacco. Where would I put this? This one is up there though. Fun fact. It's probably like top 5. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. Wow, Red Bank isn't even top 5. Wow, holy shit! What a world. Yeah, this one was okay. Actually, looking at this, I don't think menthol should be below cotton candy, or even below this. Actually, I think yeah. Okay. What was that? Yeah, American Tobacco. It's this man. It's like this one actually tastes like tobacco, like the sweet aspect of tobacco. Kind of like if you ever hit like a brown bowl or something like that. I would say that it's like that, but it tastes good and it tastes sweet. Like the sweetness is amplified hella, and that's what this one tastes like. I mean, for the people who try this one that I saw, they all really liked it. So take that as you will. But it was good. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's like tobacco on steroids and put into a vape. And it doesn't really get stale, strangely. Like you would think something like that, like it's kind of an intense flavor tobacco, but no, it was good. They figured that shit out. Figured out the right proportions to make it work. Last but not least, man, this one. So, story time. I was in Petaluma and I got this one, and I had another vape, right? I think I had the American Tobacco, right? So I saved it. I think first time I done that, right? Don't do this. If you ever get a vape, especially a disposable like this, try it. Make sure it's not dead, because the one I got, I don't know if he was finessing me or if it just, I heard it's like 1 in 100, it can happen. It was fucking gone. I opened it, it didn't hit at all. It didn't hit for shit. So eventually I found it, but the annoying thing was it took a long time to find it. It's one of the harder ones to find. This is probably, I would say, maybe the hardest one to find. I don't know if it's discontinued. There's a few I think that are discontinued or something, and then people have like stocks of them. It's a weird, like the nuance behind all these different flavors is like, if anyone wants to know more about it, you can ask in the comments. But there's like different like backstories and different like they have like different like flavor specializations and like new ones they come up with apparently for like seasonal or some other shit. So I mean, maybe I'll have a Flum float again one day if there's a new one, right? Hopefully that'd be cool. But as far as Nano Cobbler goes, it's definitely bottom tier. It's probably the best of the worst. It's so like, ugh, it's so sickly sweet, and but then the flavor isn't even there. It tastes so like dead. This is the biggest example of it tastes dead when you hit it. It doesn't taste like it feels like weaker than any of these other flavors. So even though the flavor isn't terrible, because it feels weaker, it just makes it all go to shit, and it tastes so bad. Not as bad as these other ones. For Peanut Polo is just the flavor, strawberry ice cream, the feel, and the flavor. And then this last one, I don't even know what this is. To be honest, I'm not gonna look it up. If you're paying attention to the video and like watching and not just listening, you'll know what that is. It's a pink one. There's a lot of fucking pink ones. My bad. There it is. The Flum Floats tier list. It's been a long time coming. It's been a hell of an impact on my lungs and my mental state, but I had to come through for my loyal fans and hit you with another tier list. Wow, that sounded weird. I don't know why I said it like that. I had to go to all these smoke shops. I've been to hundreds of smoke shops, maybe. It's crazy. The grind was so real. Mostly there was like this one in Santa Cruz and then this one in San Ramon. But yeah, it was cool. I mean, walking to a smoke shop and back is kind of an interesting experience. Like you walk there, no vape, you get your vape, and then on the way back you're just hitting it. It's kind of like a, how would you describe it? It's kind of like Christmas Eve would be you walking there, and Christmas Day is you. Not that I really got gifts like that for Christmas, more of a New Year's family Russian and shit. But yeah, it's like that. So Christmas Eve is walking there, and then Christmas you get the present and you open it, and then you get to play with it, the walk back. So it's kind of like this little high, and it's like, oh, I'm good again. I've even like biked a couple times, and that's its own thing. Biking and hitting a vape is goals. It's goals. That's what it is. Try it. If you like vaping and you like biking, you'll like the combination. I guarantee. It's cool. Well, it's actually came out to be a lot more symmetrical than I thought, and the top tier is the highest. Interesting. I guess I'm just a fan of Flum floats, of good flavors. I don't know. I thought there would be more flavors near the bottom, but I thought typically for a tier list, this is how it goes. And yeah, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just so systematic that this is how any kind of tier list would go. Well, if we get 88 subscribers, you'll get another tier list. So if you want to see that. But otherwise, yeah, this has been. I'm not doing that anymore. This has been me making my tier list. Self-created. Self-attained. Self-destructive. Don't vape. That's metal in your lungs. Oh my God, I can't. I don't know how they say it like that. That's metal in your lungs. Like, goddamn. Yeah, these are the ones I would recommend. I would recommend top and high tier for sure, and then pick and choose. Do not buy Rainbow Skittles.